Hello, it's Susanna here. I'll just move this out the way. Well, normally Mondays I'd be doing this, but I've pretty much finished it. I've got a little bit of that to do. And then I'm going to keep these and sew them on later. So I'm going to be doing something different. So rather than, because we're not ready in November yet, so I've got these. Oop. And this is, I was going to make these and take it with me when I went to Corrine's. This is for her to have, for Christmas. And where is it? I've got, this one's for me. I've got bits and pieces everywhere. So I've just unpacked a bag and I've been busy unpacking my studio. I probably should take you for a bit of a spin around and show you why I haven't been doing videos, because it's quite a bit of work trying to get this organised. So this is the one that I was making for Corrine, and then this is one I was doing for myself. So, doing bits and pieces and putting bits on, just to make a, what are they called again? I've been making so many of the box pouches. The rice bag, that's the one. So we'll move that across. So I've just been stitching in here. Where is that? So that must be this thread, and then I've got the lighter one somewhere, the lighter thread. So I've got all bits and pieces just in front of me, and so I will continue to do that one, but then I've got all these, and I was thinking this is going to be the base, so we don't need to do that one. I'll finish up that one a bit later. I've got these bits and pieces that I was going to, incorporate. If I go back into the video, I can have a look, but I'm not sure what I was doing where. No, they look like they belong somewhere. Maybe that one's here. So yeah, I wanted to do some stitching as well as doing a bit of slow stitching. Don't know what that one is on, but yeah, and I've got some lace and some fabrics and bits and pieces that I was planning to do. See, that would be really nice on here, wouldn't it? Just those bits there. Maybe I can work on that. Excuse me. Don't know. But I've got all these purples and blues and bits and pieces that I've dug out. I wouldn't mind doing. See, this is really nice too. There's another bits and pieces. I wouldn't mind using some of that. Also got these ones. I reckon we start on that one. I see I've got one I've got stitched around, but I might work on that. Okay, make sure not to mix them up. I've done some stitching so it's being held down. So need a chenille 22, and we are going to use some of this. That might be nice. I haven't done you know, ribbon embroidery for quite some time. So I was watching Jennifer this morning and I'm like, oh, it really is quite nice watching her. My goodness. It's supposed to be easy getting this stuff out, but no. Don't know what happened there. Okay. Good grief. Watch Susanna struggle. Okay. Definitely going to have to re-wrap it. Often for starters, I'll just cut some off. I'll start it there. And then do some filling in. Been a little while since I've done these. Let's see if we can fill in some spaces. So now, what do we want? I think I wouldn't mind having this on the end, so I'll start on that end. Don't know how that's going to work. How did I do that? Yeah, you could see the stitching on that. Oh, we're going to do an insert. Yes, okay, so it's okay. I'm thinking it's been so long since I've done this, and I was going to take it with me when I went up in June, July, and that's been and gone. And now we'll sort of go with the flow. I might just use it like I'm using oh my goodness, finish my words. Just like I'm using thread, but let it have a little bit of a space. There we go. I just don't want it to go down too tight. I might go up here so I'm not wasting as much of the thread, because it's fairly expensive, this stuff. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of ribbon embroidery. Well, which is not really ribbon embroidery, just filling it in with the ribbon, and then come back in with where are we? Some wool. I've got a brown. I do have a brown. I might use that one along there. Just something a little different, a little bit of different texture. And I'm sure Corrine will appreciate it. I was just working on mine, but I thought I'd better get a move on this one, because this is for Christmas, and I know that she's worked on my one. We were supposed to work on it together when I was up there, but you know, we get pretty busy. Doesn't always happen. Such a pretty thread. Okay, I'll come in. I'll come in from up here. Go down. It fills it pretty quickly, a bit like wool. But I'm not doing any fancy stitchings with it, like, you know, creating the fancy stitches that Jennifer does. But even then, when I was watching her do those daisies, she was just doing straight stitches as well. So, you know what? I'm going to come up here. Yep. I've gone through. Yeah, not good. Okay, I'm going to come up and I'm going to go in here like that, and I'm going to do the same for here. Gee, that really fills it, which is good. And it's the perfect colour. So I'll go here. And one more up here. Oop. So how are we all going? I've been busy in the background. I really do need to, you know, work a little more on my studio, because I haven't done mini packs for a while. Like, I've got all these doilies that have been sitting there and in my washing basket, and I might, you know, started ironing them when this studio wasn't as full. And yep. Okay. It's got a bit of a twist, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go down here and come in here. Hopefully we can make it big. Yep, it's good. Looks really nice. I have got to do that trick that Jennifer does. What does she do? She does this, which keeps it. There you go. At least it won't come out. Now, I might go across here. And hoping it's, yep, still in a good posie, so you guys can see. Should I not do that? No. Oh, give it a whirl. See what it looks like. Just gives you a little point. Okay. Gives me little angles. which is not so bad. There we go. Yeah, I'm just using it like a wool or a filler, you know, not going too fancy schmancy. Now I'm going to go, I might come up in here. And open it. There we go. Come back up here. Sort of just lifting it up a little. Come in through there. We're starting to look like we might get into a bit of the green, so we'll okay, go back here. Open it up. Wonder if I've got any pink of this, because that would be nice, but I might just have to use the wool. And oh, there goes my tummy. Now, where's the top of that? There, I think. And then I'm going to do another one here. And then come back in with for here. And I'll come back in with the pink. So I'm going to go in here. Bit twisted. And then ooh, I'm really liking it. So I'll go about, might go down here. And come up here to fill in that. And come up on the other side of the pink. Here we go. I'm going to come in here and slowly twist it around. Okay, where is it? There. Fill it in. Kind of like the way that it's looking. There we go. Silk ribbon embroidery doesn't have to be difficult. Okay, that might have been a bit long, that one. I might do a couple of short ones and actually go through that. Yep. And here. Gee, it looks really pretty. Okay. Might as well use it all up. got one more here and one more in here. Nope. Oh, sorry, got my hair in there. And you know what? Rather than, I'm going to do one coming from here. And I'm just going to do there. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty. Wouldn't mind doing a little bit more over this side, but I'm gonna have to knot it off. Not ideal, but you know. Because it's coming into that really pretty colour, so I'll leave that there like that, and then we'll stitch some of that. Have a look, isn't that pretty? Oh, it's just so gorgeous. I might do a couple there while I've got this, and then I might grab a little bit more, but might as well use up the little bit that I've got left. And then we're going to go this way. Probably only get 3, but you know, better than none. And come back in. Yep. There we go. Wonder if I can get a really little one. Maybe. And then I cut this off. Anything when you do that. And I might be able to knot it. And then I'll come back in with some more ribbon in a minute. Okay. And then I'll stitch over the top of that. Now I'm going to come back in with some of this darker pink. I think probably that one, and then a little bit of that one. So we'll do the dark. Quite like this. And you know what? Oh, I might even double it up because it'll make it go quicker. And fill it in. Now, I've still got plenty of these things available on my website for my what are they called again? Oh, I've just got a mental blank. I've woke up this morning. I'm filming this on Sunday, and I woke up this morning with, you know, a bit of a foggy head, and my husband was the same. We just, you know, both not feeling 100%. So at this point, I'm just stitching in. Yeah, so I've got plenty of the wildlife and fauna things left over, and I'm able to ship them over to America now, which is good. Yeah, they got a postal thing, so it's all opened up again, thank goodness. So now we'll do a little bit more here. Quite a colourful little tulip. So with this, fair bit of stitching. You're lucky I love you, Corrine. Something I enjoy doing, but you know, yeah. So what I'm going to do with most of them, I'll pick, you know, I'll probably just do the flower on that one, and I might pick the odd one here, but just pick a main one, you know, one flower, because it'll be just too full on, and then come in with, you know, the bits and pieces. So, okay, here we go with a bit of the darker colour. Come in underneath. So this is how you mix media in textiles using ribbon and wool. Love using wool. But yeah, see how this gets done nice and quick. In that darker colour. Come back in here. Most of the stitching will probably be done there, and a bit of it, and then what I'm going to do, I'll come back in with some more of this. Where are we? I'm going to unpick it along here and here, and then I'm going to get probably that, or is it that one? Don't know, probably that one. One of the two. Anyway, go around the actual tulip and give it a border, because it does make it, you know, a difference. Okay, there we go. I could feel that I had grabbed hold of the, what's the name underneath here. You don't really want to do that. The ribbon. Okay, love that dark colour. It's beautiful. Need to get some of that brown too. I think I've got a brown somewhere, because there's a little bit of a brown coming in there. Or maybe just stick to this and this, and then have that browny colour in that. Okay. I can hear my fridge going. Where have I come out? Here we go. Use up the thread. So maybe where there's brown, I use this colour. So come up here feels fairly thick, but then yeah, you don't, I've got to redo it. Okay, I'll come up like this, and then cut here, and then I'll have a couple of strands. To make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Hopefully, I probably did it too close. I hope this is not too boring for you guys. You know, I haven't got much stories to tell today. And just busy. Oh yeah, see, this definitely needs to be stitched over. Don't want that. So when I come to doing stitching, I'll grab that. Now, we'll have a look. How are we going for time? It's already 31 minutes. Oh, it's so pretty. How pretty is that? We'll have a look what it looks like with some of the pink. It's still definitely coming back in with the darker colour. Is this the dark? Yes. And here's the light. The light, which is still quite dark. I'll come in and fill in just here. There goes my tummy. It makes noises like that when I've had something to drink. I found this thread too, which might make, you know, some nice sleeves, but it's such a thick sari silk. Yeah, you're better off couching it on, I think, not sewing with it. Okay, do a double one again. Like, it fills it faster, but then at the same token you've got to change it more often, but it does fill in the places fairly quickly. So okay, so it's basically just doing a satin stitch and you know, a form of thread painting. There's different ways of doing it using the pattern of the artist as a guide. It's great. Okay, get the most out of your thread. You're probably your best going back and forth like this. I think there's a bit of a gap there, which we will fill. And come back down here. I really quite like using the mixture of, you know, the wool and the silk ribbon. I think it looks good. Okay, come back in the middle there. Just bury it. Come in through. Oh, there goes my tummy again. Just shush. Like a little child that likes to whinge. Okay. Now, I'm going to come in through here. I think there's probably enough to do about 3 stitches in here, maybe. I might grab it and sort of go around. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then come up through here and just do a few stitches. Okay. And I think I'm going to have to leave some spots in there. I'll come up here for that darker colour. Okay. Use up this. Go back and then come in underneath there. There we go. Sometimes you just push that up, and then I'm going to go back with that darker colour in between. I think I better finish this off. Unlike last time, I want to have a little bit more that I can work with. There we go. Okay, well, I suppose that's enough of that. Then what I will do is I'm going to go around the outside, but I've got this area here, and I've got a feeling that I may have used that to go on the top there. I quite like it. I might just cut it off. Not complying. Should. Cotton. Okay. And then stick that there. The reason why I want it to be, because this is we're going to be sewing down. Okay, I've got heaps of little pins now. I'm going to stitch that down. I might just do a bit of a running stitch. I don't know whether that is going to work. Oh, my hair's in the way again. What else we got in here? Oh, that looks really nice. I'd say that's for something specific. I do kind of like, maybe not the blue. It's the blue that's throwing me. It's got a tiny little bit of blue on there, but go down, have that there, and then maybe have that. Yeah, I think that looks good. That covers the blue. I like that. So we'll come in with a thread. That could be saved for another one because it's only a tiny piece, but looks nice with this. And there's that blue, so there's some with blue in it. So, and we've got these, which I've cut quite a bit off, and this as well. because I'm going to stitch, and I'm going to stitch some of the leaves, and I might even do that, but just have something little which I'll stitch down with this. And then I'm probably going to find a pinky ready colour. Where are we? Maybe this. It's very similar to that. I might have it in the you know, like thread rather than in wool to go on there. So I'll do maybe a canvas stitch along there and then stitch these down, and that's all you need sometimes, just a little bit of layering. And finish that off, do that. I won't worry about that, but I will, you know, just do quick stitches and then do the leaves. So the leaves, I could probably show you just quickly. I love doing the Y stitch, and it's really easy and quick, and we'll use one thread. So I might come back a bit later in the week doing this. So I've got it here, and it's like the fly stitch, but okay, a real wide fly stitch. Let me just come in, and you go back through that little hole there and go down, come up to the end, and it fills it really quickly but gives you that leaf look. It's great. And you've got the guide of the leaf showing you where you need to go down, up, there we go. Do I reckon I can fit one more? I don't know. That's it for that. And then maybe just, I might come up there and just do a quick stem stitch. And then one colour. Happens pretty quickly. And I might come back in. Is there a lighter green? This is lighter, but I don't know whether that goes with it. I might have another green here somewhere. Got this. I think I'm going to have a look in my walls. It's too green. You know, I need sort of like a lighter version of that. So to do some of these lighter ones, come back in and then go through. Is that a leaf or it's the base? Oh, so what I might do is when you do these little base things here, you can come in go down. Now how do I want to do it again? I've forgotten how to do lazy daisies. Hang on a minute. You do a couple of lazy daisies to get that little base stem thing, or I might come in with that on the base. I think that'd be nice. That green. Yeah. Yep. So we'll leave it at that. I'll find a green in that, and then I could probably, okay, we'll go down. It doesn't even come through. Go down, and then come up through here, and then do the leaf going this way again. Okay. Now, the Y stitch happening here. Oh, there we go. Didn't quite work properly, but you know, we'll go here. There we go. Now we're in the swing of things. Thinking, why isn't it working? Because I wasn't doing it properly. And we'll get another darker leaf here, but I've got to come back in with a lighter colour for some of the other leaves to have a bit of a contrast. Okay. Quick way to do it. And if you find it's too gappy, you can always come back in with another colour in between the spaces. Okay. Well, I'll finish this leaf off and we'll call it a day for today. Keeps catching, and this thing keeps moving. Where's the end? It's really hard to see in this light. I think it's here somewhere. Oh, might be it there. Okay. There we go. It is a bit gappy, but you know, definitely looks like a leaf. Cute. Okay guys, well thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next video and maybe continue sewing. I think once we've got a defined edge along there, I think it's going to look good, and I might do these along there in this. I think that'll look good. Okay, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, gee, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? Really enriches it. Very nice. Okay guys, yeah, well, nearly 50 minutes of me just stitching away. So hopefully you've stitched along with me, and maybe in the next video I might be a bit more awake. Yeah, sort of woken up a bit stuffy. Yeah, I like that. I think sometimes it's just the green's good, but the blue. So once I do a bit of canvas stitching along there, and that's going to be the edge, I might have to move it in a bit. that more there. There we go. Because I think you do need a little bit of an edge there. Nice. The colours just work. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.